What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now today is November the 26th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we're going to start off here in Washington, D.C., and then we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go.
Good to see you.
And starting with the mechanical animal. This is the named assault rifle with future perfection, and this one with swap speed. Following that, we have a P90 with optimal range and breadbasket, a TKB with perpetuation and swap speed, and finally a D50 with magazine size and fast hands. Looking at the gear items, we have a Douglas and Harding backpack with hazard and repair skills with that energized talent. And finally, an Araldi Holdings chest piece with crit chance, armor regen, and Vanguard. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.5, drone duration 6.2, turret skill haste 5.7, and sticky bomb blast radius of 5.0. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops vendor. The mechanical animal's not a bad named weapon. Remember, you can't change the talent, so all you need to do is change the swap speed for damage to targets at a cover, and you're good to go. And remember that the mechanical animal future perfection, every weapon kill will increase your skill tier, and you can also overcharge your skills with this weapon. Also, if you do not have any of these named or normal weapons fully proficient, just pick these up and donate the duplicates and make sure they are all fully proficient without having to use them.
That was a good deal.
But alright, I wouldn't really recommend anything else from that Base of Ops vendor. Now we will hit the countdown and clan vendors both here at the Base of Ops. That way I don't have to do so in New York City. So first up, here is your countdown vendor. So the countdown vendor also has the mechanical animal, and it also has swap speed. I mean, this one has better attributes, just value-wise, but it's the same thing. Same exact weapon, okay? Actually, whoa, the claws out with repair skills, though. Eesh. I don't know if I like that one. It's okay. But remember that the claws out, this is the only way to make those bonk builds, those melee builds, so deadly, is by using this holster and changing the skill tier to an armor core. Now, the only thing that makes me scratch my head is the repair skills, but I mean, I guess you could run like a bonk build with like a fixer drone or something to like heal you while you're meleeing people. I mean, I guess it's doable. And, well, for that, I would recommend this. Pick this one up, change the skill tier to a armor core, put this on a bonk build, and then just run it with your shield and a fixer drone. You'll be good to go. I typically go for the booster hive to get more hazard and melee, but, I mean, you could run a fixer drone if you're nasty. And then finally, nice, a maxed out Eagle's Grasp. This one with max crit hit damage, you could change the weapon damage to an armor core. This is a good one to pick up. Not bad at all. Remember that all rifles come with crit hit damage, so running this with a rifle build is a shoo-in, and having that weapon handling is amazing for a rifle build as well. I mean, that's not bad. Out of all three of these, I like the Eagle's Grasp the most. The Claws Out is the rarest out of the three, because the Claws Out is a PvP exclusive item, meaning you can only get this holster out of the Dark Zone, Conflict, or a named item cache. But luckily, you have it right here at the Countdown vendor. All right, so that is it for the Countdown vendor. Now let's run over to the Clan vendor. It looks like it's some nice weather out. I dig it. Alright, now over to the clan vendor, and, well, shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms, so if you want to join the clan, just run over to my Discord server, and we have different tabs for you to join over there on Discord. But alright, here is your clan vendor.
Good of you to stop by.
Starting with the Like Glue. This is the named shotgun with perfect brazen, and this one with crit chance for that bottom attribute. You can easily just change the crit chance off for damage to targets out of cover, and you're good to go. For the gear set items, we have a Umbra pair of knee pads with crit hit damage. Not bad. You could change the weapon damage off for a armor core and have a tanky Umbra set. That's really good. I'm actually going to pick that one up and put it on an SMG build. Tip of the spear, knee pads with weapon handling, and then Negotiator's Dilemma mask with skill haste. Moving on to the high-end items, starting with the weapons. We have a double barrel shotgun with magazine size and future perfect. A relic, this is the named marksman rifle with perfect determined, and remember this one is fully auto with magazine size. Not bad, it's okay. I would change the magazine size off for damage targets at a cover, and then you're good to go. Following that, we have a tactical 308 with max swap speed and killer. And then finally for these weapons right here, we have a Thorn. This is the named shotgun with perfect brazen. This one did get a nice buff during the latest update, and I would just change the magazine size off for damage to targets at a cover. And then looking at the high-end items, we have a Badger Tough pair of knee pads with armor regen, explosive resistance, China Light chest piece with status, skill haste, and efficient. And then finally a Legatus holster with crit hit damage and skill damage. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.7. Skill duration again. This is a pet peeve of mine. I don't know if this is just bad RNG or what this is, but gross. I hate when this happens. So the difference is 0.2%, and you could just pay 4 extra credits to get the higher duration mod. Following that, we have a Seeker Mine healing mod for 6.1, and then a drone damage for 4.3. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the clan vendor. The Umbra knee pads were pretty good with that crit hit damage roll. The Thorn is good. It just got a nice healthy buff. You could change the Badger knee pads, change the explosive resistance off for, say, hazard or crit or headshot, anything other than explosive resistance, really. And you could throw this on a nice shotgun build, put it with the 0F's chest piece, and you'd be good to go for that. That would be really nice. And finally, the Legatus holster. You could, you could have it for double crit. Just change the skill damage to crit chance and go double crit. But the Legatus set as a whole is just not that strong for me personally. I just do not like it. I like the named backpack with perfect versatile. I think that is amazing. Mwah! Chef's kiss. But as far as the brand set separated from that, just the brand set alone, it's just no bueno for me. But you could go double crit. All right. That's it for the clan vendor and all of your vendors at the base of ops. Now it's time to travel west, and then we will double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Let's go. Yo, and the weather outside is weather. Look at this. I'm loving it, man. You could easily have made a survival 2.0. Easily. Just like heavy, like hurricane winds and dust storms. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Anyways. Campus settlement.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? Starting with the Night Watcher. This is the named Heligard mask with scanner pulse haste as an attribute. This one also with hazard. It's okay. It's not the best mask in the world, but it is here. And remember, for all of your named items and all of your weapons, if you don't have them fully proficient, just buy these as duplicates and just donate them to your expertise table, and you can max out all of these items without ever using them. But it is here at the campus settlement. Following that, we have a SRS A1 with crit chance and sledgehammer. A Big Show. This is the named LMG with perfect thunder strike. And then it comes with rate of fire. Okay. For the gear items, we have a Richter and Kaiser mask with repair skills, armor regent. Yo, that's a really... Yo, that's a really good mask. Change the skill tier off for an armor core. That's a really, really good mask. And then we have a Alps holster with skill haste and health. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.3, chem duration 4.1, hive repair charges, pulse effect duration 8.8, and trap duration 4.3. Must buys from the campus. Yo, this Richter and Kaiser mask is going to get slept on. I know it is. But pick this one up. Change the skill tier to an armor core. I promise you. Put it on a healer build. Some sort of solo healing armor regen. You could make such a good build out of this one. Have this with, like, say, the Memento backpack. Probably One Piece Bellstone, the Emperor's Guard. I mean, and then you could go more incoming repairs. This could be a really good one. I'm telling you. Really good. Don't sleep on it. That's it for the campus. Let's jump over to our Dark Zone vendors. Starting with Dark Zone West. West. Let's go. And just a reminder for all of your Dark Zone vendors, you need to have Dark Zone resources as a currency, because your Dark Zone vendors will only take Dark Zone resources. For example, here you can see I am at 428 out of 999. So if I run out of Dark Zone resources and I need more, I have to go into the Dark Zone and either open up the little blue boxes and get Dark Zone resources that way, or I can deconstruct contaminated items in my bag and then extract them as Dark Zone resources. But those are the only two ways of getting this currency for these vendors. And remember that these vendors are the only vendors besides that countdown vendor that will carry the PvP exclusive named items. You can rarely get y'all gear from the clan vendor, but that's about it. All right. So with that said and done, here is our first Dark Zone vendor, Dark Zone West. West. Here we go.
Welcome, Agent.
And nice. Starting with the Virginian. This is the named rifle with perfect boomerang. And this one with armor damage. Highly recommend. The Virginian is an amazing rifle. A lot of people swear up and down by it. You can make a one-shot build out of this rifle, especially right now. This is a great rifle to use. Pick it up. Perfect boomerang. That's crit hits. Will put the bullet back into your magazine and give you more damage of 50%. This thing hits like a Mack truck, I am telling you. Pick it up. DZ West. Following that, we have a SASG with swap speed and flatline. And then finally for the weapons, an ACR with headshot and future perfect. Looking at the gear items, we have hardwired gloves with crit damage, hot shot knee pads with skill haste, zoo gloves with status and hazard, and finally wyvern knee pads with, what was that? Crit chance and repair skills. Ugh. Going to the mods, we have incoming repairs 17.0, Seeker Mine healing 5.7, shield holstered regen 4.3, Firefly +1 max target, and decoy health of 6.0. Now must buys, things to look for from DZ West. The Virginian, that's going to be the only one for this vendor. All right. Moving to the south, the deep south. We're going down south. To the DZ South. Here we go. And we are, what are we? We're week 5 into the Scouts. We're getting a live stream on Thanksgiving. A winter event is coming. And a few others we got to talk about. All right, here we go. DZ South.
Good to see you, Agent.
Starting with the Mozambique special. This one with perfect bread basket and armor damage. But that pistol damage is so damn high. You could change the armor damage to whatever it is you want and have this thing fully maxed out in seconds. I would change the damage to armor to damage targets at a cover, and you're good to go. Following that, we have a Vector SBR 9mm with health damage and future perfect, an AKM with optimal range and precision strike, and then finally a M1911 with damage targets at a cover and optimist. Looking at the gear items, we have a Striker's backpack with crit chance, not bad. A Rigger chest piece with repair skills. Wyvern backpack with Adrenaline Rush, skill damage, and skill haste. I mean, that's a really good backpack. You could change the Adrenaline Rush to whatever it is you want. You could go Combined Arms, Tech Support, Creeping Death, whatever it is. Not bad at all. And then finally, we have a Fenris chest piece with crit chance, repair skills, and protected reload. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.4, drone armor repair 6.3, turret damage 4.1, and finally, sticky bomb duration 6.4. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ South. Not really, to be honest. All right. I mean, that striker backpack is okay, but let's be real. You can get something similar just from Countdown. I wouldn't make you, waste those DZ resources. But that Virginian, though, woo,
Combat simulation
that's a good one.
Active.
All right, so before we go to DZ East, we need to make a pit stop here at the castle. Make sure... Oh, no, we just got the cold shoulder from the dog, man. All right, Ransom. Hey, we see you, Ransom. Take care. All right. So first, before we go to DZ East, we are here at the castle, and here is your castle vendor. Starting with the Cricket, this is the named LMG with perfect precision strike. This one with health damage for that bottom attribute, but you could easily just change that to damage to armor, and you're good to go. I have not tried this one out yet, but it is here at the castle. Let me know if you like this weapon. I'm not a fan of the GR9 just starting out anyways, so I don't really know how I would feel about this one. It looks okay, but that 200 round mag just starting out is nasty. Following that, we have a Hunting M44 with rate of fire and killer. And then finally for the weapons, a Black Market RPK with crit chance and sadist. Looking at the gear items, we have Hanayu mask with repair skills and hazard. And then a Hanayu holster with weapon handling and health. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.3, chem launcher burn strength 6.5, hive health 7.9, pulse effect duration 8.6, and trap duration 6.1. Must buys, things to look for from the castle. I don't know. No, nothing really. All right, let's get out of here. So finally, for the Dark Zone vendors, we have Dark Zone East. And for Dark Zone East, I go to the Alpha checkpoint. I do not go to the main entrance. And yes, you will hit this double loading screen. It's okay. It's trying to throw you into a pop and DZ lobby.
Range.
But all you're going to do is
Access
exit
granted.
out of the Alpha checkpoint, and here is your vendor. Because if you go to the main entrance, you'd spawn way out there, and it'd take you forever to run through. Here you go, DZ East.
Looking for anything in
Starting with the good times. Hey, this is another fan favorite named item. This is the named M60 with perfect fast hands. Crit hits will increase your reload speed. And this thing has like an instant reload once you have that fully maxed out. Now this one does come with max LMG damage and crit chance. That's not bad for fast hands, but what I would do is change the crit chance to damage to armor and then just put it with a nice crit build. Not bad. DZ East, pick up the good times. Following that, we have a G28 with magazine size and eyeless. And then finally for the weapons, a military L86 with headshot and eyeless. Looking at the gear items, we have a Foundry mask with crit hit damage. Hardwired holster with skill haste. Araldi mask with hazard and status effects. And finally, a Heligard holster with hazard and repair skills. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 15.8, chem launcher heals 5.9, hive duration 4.3, pulse effect duration 8.9, and finally trap shock radius of 5.9. But the must buy is going to be the good times over here, DZ East. Pick up the good times. So out of the Dark Zone vendors, all we had was the Virginian out at the west, and then the good times in the east. And finally, we have the theater. This is our last stop for Washington, D.C. Big money, big money.
Nice seeing you again.
Hey, oh, this is a must-buy. Fox's Prayer, crit chance, all day, all day. Pick this one up. You could change the weapon damage to armor. You could max out the weapon damage, but keep the crit chance. You could use this for LMG builds, rifle builds. You could use this for AR builds. You could use this for all your builds. This is a great pair of knee pads. Highly recommend. They are best in slot because they give you damage to targets at a cover for an attribute. And you
That
can,
ain't bad at
let's
all.
see here.
Great doing business with you.
I have 1. I have 2, 3. I have 3 builds right now on my character
Ready to make a
running these
deal?
knee pads, and they're all crit chance. So pick these up right now. I would either max out the weapon damage, or if you're going a little bit more tanky, switch it to an armor core. And then that 4.5 crit chance, you could probably optimize it maybe twice to max, and you're good to go. Moving on, we have a double barrel shotgun with accuracy and future perfect. And then finally for the weapons, a military MK17 with optimal range and vindictive. For the gear items, we have Overlord gloves with crit chance weapon handling, and Empress knee pads with status effects and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have blind and deaf resistance 8.5, Seeker Mine healing 5.9, Shield holstered regen 4.2, Firefly blind effect duration 5.8, and decoy duration 6.0. Must buys, things to look for from the theater. The Fox's Prayer all day. Everything else was meh, but the Fox's Prayer, mwah, chef's kiss.
Nice doing.
All right, that is it for Washington, D.C. Let's jump over to New York City and we'll get you out of here. So there are only 2 vendors left at the Haven Settlement. We have Marco at the top of the escalator, and then we have Roy Benitez just outside. Now, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. Make sure you ring that notification bell when you subscribe. That way you don't miss a single Division video. I do post every day. And here we go, Marco.
Hey, Agent.
Starting
You
with
looking
the
to trade?
M1928, this one with optimal range and in sync. Following that, we have a infantry MG5 with swap speed and stabilize, an urban MDR with rate of fire and steady-handed, and finally an X45 with thunderstrike and headshot damage. Meh. Badger Tough backpack, hazard headshot, tech support. Douglas hazard headshot. Maybe. Interesting. Use that with Adrenaline Rush. Have that with like a headshot, shoddy build, full hazard. That way, if they throw skills at you, it doesn't matter. That could work. Like super tanky. I like it. Douglas and Harding, knee pads with headshot, weapon handling. And then finally, Providence Mask with weapon handling and skill damage. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.3, crit chance 4.5, drone scan range 8.1, chem launcher radius 5.9, and finally, sticky bomb burn duration 4.0. Now, must buys, things to look for from the good old Marco. I really wouldn't recommend any of these. I mean, the Badger Tough seems okay, but really that's about it. All right.
Thanks for trading with me.
So that leaves us with one more vendor of the video, and that is Roy Benitez. But before we go to Roy Benitez, you need to interact with the doggy. Make sure you interact with the dog twice. First one's random. You're just petting the dog, you know. It's okay. This is like a calming part of the video. You get to, you know, relax. Because the second interaction is random. Let's see what he does. Maybe shake our hand, maybe roll over. Oh, he's going to shake our hand. Let's go. All right. And finally, Roy Benitez.
What can I do?
Starting with the Carbine 7 with accuracy and ignited. Following that, we have a M700 Tactical with health damage and Optimist. Custom M870 with health damage and fast hands. And finally, a military M9 Future Perfect armor damage. Looking at the gear items, we have an Overlord chest piece with Intimidate, Hazard, and Health. Electric knee pads with Skill Haste and Hazard. And finally, a Raldi holster with crit chance and skill damage. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.6, incoming repairs 16.6, drone health 8.3, hive +4 stem charges, and finally, sticky bomb burn duration 4.0. Must-buys, things to look for from Roy Benitez. I sadly would not. Yeah, I mean, maybe the Araldi holster. What you could do is change the skill damage to either headshot or go double crit. So either headshot or crit hit damage. But really, that's it from Roy Benitez.
Good work.
Womp womp. All right. And that is it for your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for today, November 26th. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you found this helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up, support the channel by subscribing, and ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss a single Division video. And, well, finally, shout out where you're from. It's always cool to see where everyone's from. But again, I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. And peace out.